Hi, come join us paint a waterfalls with koi and lotus. We draw a line across the canvas. The upper half will be the waterfalls, and the lower half will have the lotus and the koi. Thank you to our teacher for today, multi-awarded artist Sir Nino Odosis. Thank you to Eshe Shack Art Cafe. We use pure black to cover the waterfalls area. We can use a flat or a round brush, and we can use left to right to left strokes, or up down and down up strokes. Then we outline the rocks with black. Add green to black on the lowest part of the waterfalls, coming into the main body of the water. Continue adding green as you go down lower. As you reach the middle part of the lower half of the canvas, add a little yellow to the green. As you reach the edge of the lowest part of the canvas, add blue and make it darker as you reach the edge. Add in more pebbles at the top, creating a river look. Practice mixing. Use red, blue, a little yellow, and black to get a grayish brown. You may also add white. At this point, I'm trying to clean up the edges of my leaves. That's why I'm coloring in the water part. This is waterous paint, such that it will fade away after a while, and we should always try to blend. It's always nice to have a blower so that you can dry parts which you want to color in for a second color. But if you do not, then you have to go back and forth to places that have already dried up. A painter shall always reveal a different kind of painting that emanates from him, such that even if you start from the same one inspiration picture, then the paintings from different people will come out different. It's always nice to refer back to the picture that is your inspiration picture so that you can get some details accurately. Of course, you can always use your imagination and go wild. While making a painting, it is always important to know where the sun is coming from so that when you create your shadows, it's consistent all throughout the painting. And perspective is always very important. So the bigger ones at the front make you look at them as if they're just in front of you, and the smaller the items are at the back, then it gives them a farther look so that you create a 3D or a depth in your painting. At this point, I was being corrected by our teacher, Nino, because my light color on the rock was too light, so I had to darken it a little to make it more realistic. I still feel that making graphics on the kois, that's the joyful part of creating this painting. Also, the 888 on the orange koi is most important to make this a lucky painting. Making the water coming down from the falls realistic is a bit difficult, but we're learning. Here I had to use 3 brushes because I had to have a cleaner look. So I used a fan brush to create the separate lines that make it look like drips of water. We are now adding greens on the rocks to make it even more interesting and to cover the black parts. Now we use the waterous, very waterous black to create shadows on the lower part of the kois, also on the bodies of the kois. Glazing now is using a waterous dark blue color, and then after it dries out, we use a white glaze. But when glazing, cover only the kois. We leave out the leaves and the lotus flowers. Now we put shadows and highlights on the leaves to create a rippling effect on the leaves. When we draw in the lotus flowers, the upper half of the canvas will have very tiny flowers, and as you come forward to the lowest end of the canvas, the flowers are bigger. We can use water on brush to spread and blend the glazing using the white waterous white. At this part, keep going back and forth on the canvas since we're not using a blower, and keep layering in another color to create a more 3D effect or more depth in the painting. And it is best actually to glance at the painting from afar so that you can check which parts to correct.